The Kingdom of Scotland has, for about 320 years, been a part of the United Kingdom, a political union between England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. Scotland has a long and rich history, but it seems that it is often overshadowed by its neighbours, which isn't surprising as it lays in a region of historical superpowers and other historically significant states. Anyway, today I'm going to be going over the complete history of Scotland. Let's get into it. Scotland's recorded history begins with the arrival of the Roman Empire in the first century. The Romans established the province of Britannia, which reaches far north of the Antonine Wall, which is a fortification in central Scotland which had been built out along with the Hadrian's Wall to keep out the Caledonians, tribes, and Picti in the north. This wasn't very successful though, as the Romans were pushed back to Hadrian's Wall before the Roman withdrawal from Britain in 406, which wouldn't be recognized as non-Roman land until the 6th century. Around the end of official Roman rule, the Gaelic kingdom of Dalmatia was found on the west coast of Scotland. In the next few centuries, Irish missionaries introduced pagan Picts to Christianity. Near the end of the 8th century, the Viking invasions began, and the Picts and Gaels ended their generations-long rivalry and united into the Kingdom of Scotland in 843. The House of Alpin ended up with rule over United Scotland, but in the early days of their rule they fought each other over disputed succession, and this eventually led to the kingdom passing to the House of Dunkeld in the 11th century. Then, just a century later, the kingdom experienced yet another succession crisis, which led to the conquest of Scotland by England by Edward the First, which resulted in the Wars of Scottish Independence. After Scotland finally gained its official independence, its new king, Robert II, established the House of Stuart. This eventually led to James VI, an ancestor of Robert II, inheriting the English throne, which led to the Stuart royals leading both countries until 1707 uh, when the Acts of Union happened, which technically means that the United Kingdom was primarily formed by Scotland. After the official establishment of the United Kingdom, the House of Hanover ascended to the throne of the United Kingdom. After the Scottish Enlightenment and Industrial Revolution, Scotland became a powerful part of Europe, housing an industrial and intellectual powerhouse. Unfortunately, after the Second World War, Scotland experienced an industrial decline. Modern Scotland has begun to rebuild its ancestors' power, as well as experiencing a rise in nationalism and even a 2014 referendum to leave the British Union. Every day, it's looking more and more likely that Scotland will begin existing as a sovereign nation for the first time in more than 300 years. This would extremely depower the United Kingdom, but would only lead to the loss of around 6 million people. A lot, but nothing compared to the United Kingdom's 67 million population. Personally, I think Scottish independence would be nice. I'm a little biased though, as I trace my roots from there, and I'm even directly descended from one of their most prominent clans. Speaking of clans, I know you want to hear about them. Dating back to the 12th century, the Scottish clan system is based on blood and relations. Unlike other places where groups of tribes cause instability, the Scottish clans don't seem to have caused the Scottish system to collapse as much as some places. One of the most famous Scottish clans were known as the Campbells, who were one of the most feared and respected clans. The clan system declined and collapsed in the 18th century. If you'd like to see more content like this, then please subscribe.